did not realize how difficult it would be to unpack my family history when it is a series of unknowns. I have a vague sense of the story that has shaped nearly every aspect of my childhood. Aunt Carol gave me the short version. I want to know the truth. I want to know more about you, Grandma and Grandpa. I have so many questions. So I went to the place where your bodies rest in the ground, the only tangible representation I have of you beyond photographs. The Arlington National Cemetery. The sign read, "These are hallowed grounds." The guide lady said, "What year were they buried?" "I don't know." "Did they live in Ohio?" "Yes." "Did they have a daughter named Judy?" "Yes." "They are near the tomb of the unknown soldier." I nod, as my heart quivers in my chest, thinking only that I've come here to see my grandparents, who are so very unknown to me. I try to think of what you would call me. This is no ordinary cemetery. A tour bus drives by. I wonder if they find it odd to see me sitting here writing among these marble slabs, these markers of mortality. There's a strange quiet and brightness about this cemetery. Nostalgia. I imagine what it might be like to sit with you, what your noise might sound like. It is jarring to hear voices on the wind, even though I'm listening for yours. This is the closest I will ever be to you. I feel urged to stay here, to linger, to wait, to sit. I do not know why, but it seems as if the breeze is blowing softer here than anywhere. Grandma, your name is all I can think of. An unfamiliar feeling comes over me as I sit with you in this place. I am compelled to pray, but even more so to write. I trace the letters of your name written there, Lucille. I wonder what it might have been like to trace the lines on your palm, if only I had the chance to hold your hand in mine. I want to cry. Tears hang heavy in my eyes. I sit crisscrossed next to you like a child might. I've been tiptoeing through the grass, afraid of something, afraid of the moist, squishy ground littered with fallen leaves. I always said I didn't look like I belonged in this family, and even though I still feel like I don't, I have proof that I do, because, Grandma, I think I look like you. I think I am a combination of my grandmothers. I think I have your stature, although a taller version, because I have Grandma Betty's legs and feet. I have your face structure, and I might have your nose. I wonder what personality traits we share. Is it the sense of humor that some people still do not understand, the witty sarcasm, the need to help others, and a yearning to live a life of service, or the love of animals and nature? Perhaps it is all of these. Grandpa, I have constructed a voice for you, one that is lyrical, deep, and attractive. After all, you are such a handsome man. I yearn to hear the story of how you met Grandma. I wonder what it must have felt like to land that plane with one arm and one engine, as the newspapers said. A real hero. I wonder if you and Grandma would have met if you were not shot down in that plane and if she was not a nurse. I wonder. I think you would have called me Allie, and I think you would be the first man aside from my own father that I would allow to do so. I would sit on your knee and beg you to sing to me. Ask you to play the piano for me, because the one thing Mom did tell me about you is how musically talented you were. She's always harping on me about dating musicians. Just another one of the ironic connections to my life and yours. You know, she's still angry about how the church responded to your death. I am too. What body of believers shuns a family in a time of need? What did they believe in, after all?